First, let's get my camera work. This will pick up here. All right. Next, what do you guys actually want to do today? Just so I have a basis before we get started in.
Well, nobody showed up that I needed to show up. So let's look at the quest board.
And of course, you guys are always open to just pick whatever you want.
Yes.
Say anything else. These are just suggestions. Hey.
Hey, what do you know?
Hey, folks.
Awesome.
All right.
There we go.
Ever and more.
Ever and more, ever and more, ever and more.
Well.
Hey boys, it's all the TV for now.
Yeah, you guys head to bed. Michael, you gonna put baby to bed?
Nope.
It's giving me this rashness.
Hang around?
Yep. Because there's no way he's going to bed.
Just look at it.
Yeah, he does that all the time.
Yeah, like I'd love to do Amanda's series, but you say you need an adept or whatever, or
You don't ever need anything.
right.
I just gave you a suggestion that if you're going to clear out a haunted mansion, you might want.
But if it's a haunted mansion, there are ghosts.
Ghost, yeah. Well,
so this is somewhere they've been before, Michael.
Yeah, we've done that.
So, let's wait again. Let's
There's
wait.
also some explosive damage and wreckage to deal with.
Yes.
Yeah.
That.
I sure hope none of it was important mechanisms that would have been helpful in catching, containing, or using the ghost.
No.
Hey, buddy. Oh, you're so cold.
Okay.
You're so cold. You're so cold. Why are you so cold? Oh.
It is funny though. Like, yeah, Michael, they CJ crit on his study to find out about this location that they had gone to before. So, like, I just gave them the floor plan that I had built so that I could reference it. I was like, well, here it is. Yeah, somebody has a map of the estate. That being said, what would you guys be interested in doing today? If you want to do that, work towards that.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt to have some money, because I wonder who spent all my money building a robot skeleton.
Weird.
What possible?
Weird.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Somebody spent all my money building a robot skeleton for me.
Well, we better sell some stuff, get some cash. Or we could visit Rustvet and take up some.
Yeah, absolutely. Rustvet, his gotta make that money, gotta make that cheddar, cheddar cheese.
Yeah.
Alright.
This season's about making money, baby.
That is how we all of us get out of this miserable life.
This miserable life.
You guys are at the status of you probably eat every day.
That being said, so we have a. I'm sorry, I need to look up the name, because it's been. So a little RP to start. I would like to talk to Phaedra. Is Phaedra awake in the cells or able to speak?
She's pretty listless. Ever since
Has her condition of not having eyeballs that were improved?
She has still I mean, it's not that her eyeballs don't work; it's that they're clear, and so, well, they don't function as intended. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's
Let's. I will tell you that medically, her condition has not changed.
Dog. Sorry.
But she's semi-lucid today.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Uncle Tim.
Well, so I'm going to quick. Just a second. I have an idea. I wanted to be a surprise. So I concoct I concoct a story to get Rhea to not follow us. I say, hey, I need you to do this. So I bring, and then I come to CJ. I come to the doctor, Dr. Edlin, and I'm like, okay, let's interrogate the prisoner. So I want to interrogate Phaedra.
Okay.
A little bit before we do the rest of it. So walk in the room, and I had ordered the thugs to take like some female thugs to take care of her, make sure she's not medically in distress and whatnot.
Well, I mean, she's pretty in distress. Her body's pretty wasted away.
Right.
And beyond that, there seems to have been quite a mental strain and toll that she took during that last fight you guys had.
Mm-hmm.
She's definitely not all there, but yeah, sure.
Okay. So I take one of the stools and I sit next to her, and I gently touch her, and Phaedra, are you awake?
She you can't tell if she looks at you, but she kind of, she doesn't move at your touch as in like flinch away or anything, but she does shift to sort of, she knows you're there, and she's just muttering somewhat under her breath. It seems a bit incoherent. Yeah, sure.
Well, I wanted to interrogate her about the things she said, but she's not there yet. And any other ideas that I had, I think we need, for the thing I messaged CJ, I think we need George. So I just I give her some water. I kind of pat Edlin on the shoulder. Next time maybe. Next time.
Well, she drinks it on reflex. It's dribbles a little bit, but she's just not really being very responsive at all. She got a demon blasted through her skull. It does have some effect, and also she can't see, and also she almost starved to death.
And I mean, has tried to kill us on multiple occasions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That too.
I feel like I don't know why you're bothering. Correction, I know exactly why you're bothering.
Yes.
I don't think you should.
No. Okay, no. Let's no. But she has information I want to know. But can't. She's not talking. She's not able to talk right now. Maybe next time.
Maybe.
All right. So you guys want to meet up with Rustvet? Is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
for the viewers at home who definitely haven't been keeping up with this kind of thing. Who's
Look who it
Rustvet?
is.
Hello.
Hey, bud.
Hi.
Hey, I'm in a position where I can just listen but not pay too much attention. But I just want to be here for moral support. If that's cool with you guys.
Are you wanting to consider Coil here or not?
No, nothing like that.
Alright.
Yeah. It'll be better if I'm,
That's fine.
up on what's happening, and also I feel bad for not being able to make it.
That's fine. Again, okay. So, Michael, as you were asking, basically, no, you were there last time. What were you asking about?
I'm just trying to remember which one that is.
She's the woman who you guys pulled out of the second vault you opened in your
Well, no, that was
acquired base.
that was Respite, right? Respite's the one I'm.
Oh, Rusfit. Rusfit is the Rusfit. I'm sorry, I thought you were asking about her.
No.
Yeah, Rusfit is a minister who's got a lot of sway in the lower city. He is the crew's contact, like the crew's original
Gotcha.
contact. And he definitely has some shady dealings. He invited you guys to a party a while ago that linked you up with some movers and shakers in the city. And you guys got to meet some people through it, become aware of some more factions through it. Yeah, so he is he's I don't know if lawful evil or lawful neutral at the very least kind of
Somewhere
guy.
in there.
He's very much a well-connected dude, and his picture's up in the common room. Yeah, so I can go into it.
All right, sounds good. For now, if you see me defaulted mute, it's because it's this baby who wants to just scream right next to the microphone. So
I get you, man.
I'll ask her about the next hour.
All right. And you guys just want to link up with him, see the quest he has in mind, or you guys want to go after sort of a higher end score, like
Well,
a cash money score?
let's see what he's got in mind. And then we also must visit the glassworks to deliver the very particular order that they had.
Got it.
Too true. All right. So, which would you like to do first? Do you want to do both of them at once and try to set up like a joint meeting? Do you want to do, you visit one and then the other?
I think we should. I think we should come as force. In both. That's my opinion. But yeah, I love that dog. How about we do the glass first? Because I don't want to say we've been putting it off, but
Well, I mean, we've got more of a deadline with that.
Coming up on the end of your deadline, yeah.
Yep, there you go.
Works. Okay. So you get your special die. And you're basically going to fulfill an order for this. What kind of loadout are you looking to take there, and how are you looking to get to where you're going? This guy is in Shadebarrow.
Mm-hmm.
He also, he operates. He and his compatriots, I should say, they operate up above an inn, basically.
Mm-hmm.
We have the carriage.
Yep, we're gonna take the carriage there.
Yep, let's load the die on the carriage and head there.
Sounds good. All right, everything above board so far. And for this part of the score, what kind of approach are you taking? I'm assuming, I've got my assumptions. I'm assuming you're not going to go in there, kick the door down, and
we're taking
and deliver the goods.
Pay my money.
Oh, that was awesome.
He likes to play with the ball.
So yeah, the approach is, I guess, trade or
Mhm.
Sure.
yeah.
All right, and remember, he has already paid for this.
Yes.
All
He
right,
is just looking for it in earnest.
and I would
As
like
far
to
as we can
know
tell.
out ahead of time if you want any of your personnel to be doing anything that is not related to the score during the score.
Yeah, I would. We have some new deliverables to sell off, so we need to dispatch some people.
Yeah, because we had the appraiser. We
Yeah,
hired the appraiser, so
hired the appraiser for some of the treasures, the non-liquid assets that we found in the vault.
All right, so you want the appraiser to be appraising treasure.
Hmm.
All right. You want your gangs or strayer to be doing anything?
Keep me apprised of the appraisal.
Yeah.
um.
As soon as I heard the like, doo-doo, I'm like, all right, here it comes.
Insert wordplay bants.
Yeah, here it is.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, I'd like the gangs. I would like a gang, maybe reporting on any odd blue cloak activity, like we saw near the clinic.
All right.
Like them out of place. They don't usually spend too much time in the seat, keeping tabs.
So you want them out and about throughout the seep, or do you want them to be like consolidated around your base in the seep, seeing if anything odd's going on around that?
Um,
Or your bases in general, I should say.
yeah, I would like them. I would like them near the base, so we can have a good heads up if it
You
looks
want
like
them,
they're trying to pull another one on us.
you want them near your base at the seep, or the two properties that sort of own?
Well, we've got more than one gang,
Right,
so I guess
right.
we can split them up.
One each.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, we'll have, since Ralfonso and his gang have sort of been up at the old Ink and Dye place. I'm going to assume that they're going to stay there. Maharan and her gang. Maharan's no longer, on a day trip. They can be down at the other one in the Seep. Would you like Strayer to be doing anything particular?
Get some
Uh,
ghosts? Question mark? Or take her with us?
You guys
Some
got a lot of ghosts right
gold?
now.
We
But
do.
you can never do it, or you can just kind of have her available. You don't need her to be doing. I don't need everyone to be doing anything.
Yeah.
I just need to know if
Yeah.
you want someone doing something so they're not available for the score. That's
Yeah.
all.
Mhm.
How about we take, it's been a while. How about we take her on the next with breastfed after this delivery.
All right.
How does that sound?
You want her to meet up with you guys in Rushfit's location?
Yeah. How about have her kind of look around. Have her kind of look
Scout
around
out, scout out?
Rushfit. Yeah, kind of scout it out. See if there's anything that like, hey, that's a little strange.
Awesome. All right. So I'm gonna have her scout it out in that location, and you guys are taking your goat cart.
Yep.
Good card.
And you take your guys. Your gangs are located. Outstanding. Okay. So,
No,
yep,
riding
you
it.
guys.
Screamer is, he's bucking a little bit, so it's got to. Oh, whoa.
So, yeah, you guys head out to the spot. I am not going to make you make a position roll for making this delivery, unless you're intending to do anything for making this delivery with the guy. And if we get into that territory, we'll make a position roll at that point. Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right. So you got the specialty dyes he ordered, or the specialty dye he ordered, and you head over to the glassmaker. You go to the same inn you were at before with him. The woman downstairs refers you up. It's an uneventful trip. It's not a big parcel. He's not ordering like huge batches of dye. It's a box that one of you can carry. and and you guys are ushered upstairs where he sees two of you that he knows, two of you that he doesn't. I'm assuming that Sherry's here too, but if she's not, let me know.
She's definitely present.
Outstanding. All
We're
right,
all
so yes. um, so yeah, you sit in a little sort of lawyer's room for a minute, and then as you hear some tools being put away, just a commotion generally from the next room, and he heads into the room and he looks at the four of you, and then walks straight over to Hrodebert and clasps you by the hand and wrist, and shakes your hand. He's like, "It's so good to see you again. So good to see you again. It's been too long, too long. Would you take just a bit of a drink, refreshment, anyone?" And he looks to each of you in turn.
Absolutely.
Is this the kind of guy who we want to take a refreshment from?
I mean, we did
He's
get
a
poisoned
very-
last time.
Okay, then yes.
He's very friendly to me.
He's very
Hey, that's but
hospitable.
God, what was what was the name of the company?
Yeah, definitely.
It's the Cummings Glassworks.
Yeah. But is that his name though? I kind of forgot. Or did he never
I
Yeah.
get
don't
that?
believe he ever gave you his name.
No, he gave his card.
Yes, he
He
did
gave
give
it
you
to-
a card.
Yeah, which has
gave
his name on it, but I'm trying to remember that.
It certainly has a name on it.
Yeah, yeah. Like, and what would the name be?
I believe it was T.J. Cummings, glassmaker.
Okay, yeah. So I shake his hand back, Mr. Cummings. It's good to see you again. I'd love the refreshment, and in fact, the food we had here last time. If possible, I'd love to get a plate.
Yeah, so, he says absolutely, of course. We'll have Magden, bring some up, absolutely. And he calls down. He's like, Magden, you need some of those eels. He's like, yeah,
Some of those eels,
yeah.
man.
Those spicy eels, man. Like,
There's so many eels.
oh man.
Didn't know you were gonna be here or
Chowed
whatever.
down.
He's brushing some paperwork off of a table, bidding you all to sit down. It takes a couple of stacks of this and that and moves them to the back room. And you're being very hospitable. You see a couple of other figures in the room that he's going in and out of. They're sitting at benches, working on working on stuff. Looks like glass work or something.
Sure looks like glass.
You're not 100%. I mean, you're seeing it. You're catching glimpses of doors going in and out. But he overall is being very hospitable, from what you can tell just off the bat. And Magden brings up. I'm just going to use this one again because it's so good.
Yeah.
Nice tray of eel.
Eel.
And plates you up, and he seats you around and sits next to you, Hrodebert. He's like, I'm so pleased. I assume you're here because you found our order.
Absolutely, we're here to make delivery. It's been paid for, and we made a
Outs-
promise. And we always try and
outs-
carry our promises through.
Outstanding. And as he takes it from you, he takes the box and sort of takes possession of it. Doesn't leave the room, but just kind of moves it over to his side of things. You feel almost like a small tension ease in your head there, Dr. Edlund, and you see that he kind of rubs his head at the same time
Yes.
Oh, that's
as your
unusual.
your bargain is fulfilled.
Yes.
Its requirements have been met, and you are no longer bound by the curse that you placed on him,
Yes.
promising that you would deliver the goods in person
hmm
and on time. But no, he pours you a drink, Hrodebert, as Magdan goes and pours out for everyone else. It's a very, very watered wine? Question mark.
I'd like to do a study check of the food. And I'm gonna have bodyguard. It's gonna be +1 effect because I'm anticipating possible threats. I just want to take a quick look to make sure that there's it's all copacetic.
All right, yeah.
It's above board
I'm
and
gonna
not
give
forced.
you just a standard risky for that, or risky standard, I should say.
Yeah. Remember, bodyguard, so +1 effect. All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
well then, still risky standard. Honestly, I would honestly say I think I was factoring that in when I said.
Okay. Just making sure.
As far as you can tell, all the food is fine. You do catch Magda, I should say, does catch you like poking around the food a little bit, and is like, "What? Too good for my eels?"
Oh,
you
absolutely
couldn't
not.
get enough of that.
I take a big bite. Oh.
All right, and yeah, she just kind of muttering at you, looks at you and takes the bottle with her on her way out of the room instead of leaving it. But you're all served, you're all fed, and the your host there starts saying, "So, we do have a need for continual supplies of some very specific shades and colors. Um, and I'm really hoping that you would all be able to fulfill those needs just as Ink and Dye did for so long for us. Um, you'll find that we're a small company, but we're like a family here, and we really do need the finest qualities for everything we do."
I would like to uh, almost said make an insight check. I would like to study his spiel there, because I am betting that in the past they haven't been able to get the highest quality stuff if they've been such like a small proponent. I don't want to. I want to make sure they're not pressing their advantage against us because we're new.
I would give you a standard risky if you're just straight up trying to study his. Do you think he's telling the truth about his past relationship with the Ink and Dye Syndicate?
Yeah.
And
That's
you're
very
not
good.
trying to use any sort of resources or anything for it. Just a risky standard. Yeah.
Cool. That's better.
So as you're talking to him and you're trying to ply out, in words like trying to get him to slip on his own words, and he realizes very quickly that you are doubting that they really had a good relationship with the Ink and Dye Syndicate. Like, why didn't they deliver this if it was supposed to be paid? What's going on with this? And he looks a little miffed at you, and he's like, we did business for years with the Ink. It's like we and I was for one, I was never treated with this level of open. I can't even think of the word.
Hostility.
But he
Yeah,
he
I
calls into
interject
the
hostility. Ooh,
he calls into the back, um, and he says, Sean, get out here. Bring the ink and dye ledger. And Sean's like, the ink and dye ledger, and he goes, no, the ink and dye ledger. And Sean says, the ink and dye ledger it is, and he goes to the back, and a moment later pops out with a small brown, leather wrapped, just collection of sheets, really, but they are dated delivery receipts, order receipts, delivery receipts, and they are for significant amounts, like for amounts you wouldn't suspect. It's not like they were getting stuff every week from Ink and Dye, but a couple times a quarter they were getting what looked to be small deliveries for large prices. This would be quite a bit to set up out ahead of time, you think in your mind. Um, but yeah, it looks like they regularly buy high quality stuff from the Ink and Dye Syndicate. That being said, he's like, well, we had, of course, a good relationship, one that I hoped to foster with the new ownership, but I'm, what I invite you here, I feed you, and he's looked at you, Hrodebert. He's like,
yeah, I'm gonna play
I
good
thought
cop.
you were better than this.
I'm gonna play good cop. Yeah, I'm gonna make a consort roll to soothe his nerves. I finish
All right.
finish my I finished my my eel that I was munching on. And Mr. Cummings, please. So I'm gonna make that consort roll, I guess. We'll
Please
see.
call me Titus.
Titus. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. You may call me Hrodebert if you wish.
He seems pleased.
So, understand that we have just acquired this asset, and we are just merely learning of our customers, gauging our relationships. Obviously, we love to maintain a healthy, and I kind of point at the numbers, the numbers on the ledger, a very healthy relationship between both of us.
He's like, yeah.
Well, I'd like to make a consort roll. Get the feeling.
All right.
All
right.
I smooth them over.
Why don't you make that roll, and I'll let you make that with a still just risky, but I'll give you a great effect to that.
Okay, I'm gonna push myself. Here.
All right.
Really, that's plus one more die, right?
Yes. Or plus effect, which you don't need. So.
That's stress, and here we go.
Oh boy.
Wow.
As you go to say all this,
That's impressive.
several things happen.
I know the highlight of this YouTube video anyway.
Oh,
Yeah.
goodness gracious.
Several things happen.
There's a literal spit take. Like
This is like this is a GM's dream.
I'll be honest. I was tabbed over,
Mhm.
getting something prepared, and I tabbed back, and I was just like,
No.
oh
so
no.
Ray's gotta bail me out, man.
so as you start consorting with him, several things happen at once. The first thing that happens is you stand to console him, and the table snags on your sword belt, and or your belt rather, and it just upends all the food. Everything gets splayed out across everywhere. Unfortunately,
Oh.
he had moved the box onto his end of the table. The box hits a hard corner, and all the die
Oh
gets
no.
spread amongst this eel and rank water wine, and just flourishes up in an emerald brilliance of regret, basically.
My reaction I'm having right now is my character's reaction.
Oh no.
Just
While that's happening,
sitting in my seat as the table goes flying away, just like,
while that's happening,
The worst thing.
the
He
the door from downstairs
destroyed all the dionics.
opens, and a courier wearing livery steps in unannounced, sees you, Hrodebert, and looks swiftly around and backs out. You'll recognize his livery as being from House Dio. Well, that is his childhood rival, and he starts booking it down the stairs. Both of these things happen. Did you have any wine, Hrodebert? You haven't had a chance to.
I've been eating.
Or you've been eating, not drinking.
Are you sure that you haven't had anything to drink?
Maybe
Let's see if you had
before,
anything to
maybe
drink.
before we walked in, but
Nope, you actually did. You had some of the wine, Hrodebert.
Guys.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. You didn't remember, but you did.
Another
And you
one.
start to feel your head swoon.
He can knock himself out.
None of you guys do. Nobody else. Just Hrodebert.
Oh.
Maybe it even caused this accident at the table. However,
Titus. Mr.
all of
Cummings.
this happens at once,
That's good mathematics.
and
that's good mathematics.
and
And you slip on a banana peel.
yeah, you slip on a banana. No,
Your pants come down.
you
I thought he was literally going to knock himself out.
The tattoo on my ass is, just
just
glistening in the sun.
All of your old girlfriends come in the room at once.
No!
one of you. They're all dating each other now. No,
Wow.
wow, freaking
Not my
yeah. you really feel these effects, and your host just looks up at you and is just dumbstruck. He starts to say something twice, and then he just takes a kerchief out of his inner pocket, wipes his hands, and looks to you, Doctor, and says, "I'll need that replaced immediately if we're to continue business. No swagger, no friendly banter, none of that at the moment." And then he just turns from the room and walks out into his back room, and you hear a bolt slam home. Yeah. So that's what happens there. Hrodebert, you
more about the fact that I have food on myself, or the second embarrassment?
Hrodebert, you have a level 1 harm of you just put 3 question marks.
Ego damage.
Level 3 harm, normal embarrassment.
Level 4 harm. No, it's not embarrassment. You are physically feeling weak right now.
That fermented evil juice that you drank.
On anything that involves your physical strength, you're going to have 1 less position on for the remainder of the score. Good luck. Okay, here we go. What do you guys want to do now?
So, terminally embarrassed and roofied at the same time.
Something's wrong.
Yeah, I'd say. I'm going to collect up a small sample of the dye so that we can have something to match against for what we need to replace. And just shake my head.
As I match my head.
I don't.
I bet you feel pretty happy that you got released from the contract.
I feel great. I gotta be really careful how those are worded. That could have been really bad.
Wow.
Awesome. I'm gonna just make sure that the bot's not
Broken. It's just only rolling once.
Nope.
It's working fine.
Nope. It's just an iconic moment.
God, I was hoping for another one.
You had the math ready.
Hey. 9-8 over. 9-8 over, baby.
Four in a row. Fantastic.
It's gonna be all 6s from
These
here on out.
rolls, they're gonna be shit all night, baby. You watch. Anyway.
So what would you guys like to do now?
Oh, man.
Go to breastfed? Or, sorry, you go ahead.
Sit in stunned silence for a while.
I know that was a... We can recover from this. Something is wrong, though. I feel sick.
Like 2 doctors here. Maybe you could find out what the fuck that was about.
Yeah, I feel weak.
You have any enemies? I think they may have given you some kind of...
More accurate to ask who he knows that isn't his enemy.
The courier.
I'm hearing this from you. Seriously though, I think he might be poisoned. This is not his normal behavior.
The courier.
Now, you haven't been around for very long, but...
May, in fact, be.
I break a lot of tables. This time it was unintentional.
This was worse than usual, but not out of the ballpark.
going to have to replace all that. How are we going to do that?
Well, we'll take a swatch. We uncovered the collection of dyes. We'll see if we have any more, or if not, we will see where it came from. We'll have to expedite that service, which I'm sure will be expensive. For now, yes, we should see if he is in fact poisoned.
I sit down in a chair, you know.
All right. You can make any kind of checks that you want, or any kind of rolls that you want.
But
Just let me know.
definitely something to do at home.
You want to do it here? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
How about we go home? Like we're not wanted here, right? So yeah, let's go home for now.
Yes, I'd definitely say we wouldn't want it here.
All right. Yeah, I'm not gonna make you roll to help Hrodebert stagger his way to the goat cart, and once you're in there,
Someone drive,
yeah,
please.
yep, you can make your way back fairly easily. Yeah, okay. You're back at your place.
Wow.
Would you doctors of medicine like to do anything?
Let's diagnose his condition with Physiker, which I now have 3 dice in doing.
Nice.
Aha!
What's the
I will use
the type of roll you're rolling there?
the Physiker allows you to tinker with bones, blood, and bodily humors to treat wounds, stabilize the dying. You may study a malady or corpse. I can study. So I guess I have 2 dice on that.
Absolutely. All right. Do you want to assist him there?
I will assist. Yes.
Let's see. I
I
don't
have
really
some handy reagents and whatnot at our base,
Absolutely.
so you
All
can
right.
you can add an extra die to that.
Awesome, fantastic. Let's do it.
I'm gonna give you a controlled standard effect here. So
Yeah, this is a physical examination only. At this point, I'm not taking humors or being particularly invasive.
hey, that extra die came in handy.
Yeah, it did.
Fucking. All right. You and many doctors of the area are familiar with this, an unfortunate but common drug. Yes, you basically Hrodebert basically got roofied. Yep, he's just gonna have to sleep it off. He's
Don't we have some of that stuff that
Yeah,
makes
is this
it so?
considered an alchemical?
I would absolutely consider it an alchemical solution if you
Well,
wanted
then I'm
to
gonna
negate
break
its
out
effect.
some of my bandoliers and let's pour you
It's handy dandy buzzkill.
a shot glass
Get
of
out the Narcan.
of Alkahest, which is the instant anti-alchemical
Alcast.
Oh,
sobriety
awesome.
in a bottle.
Absolutely. All right, and since you're in your home base, I'm not even going to make you
Yeah, this
sacrifice
tastes
load.
like
All right.
you wish you were still drunk, but it will cure what ails you.
What does this taste like?
Miserable, I'm told.
Okay.
Yeah, you instantly, as the flavor spreads its way through your body, and it does. You've never tasted with your arms and legs before, but you do now.
I taste everything and it's horrible.
It does wipe completely away all the ill effects of what you were just experiencing. You're now fully regained. Go ahead and remove that
All right.
level of harm that you had.
All right.
It was a temporary level that has been completely negated.
Oh,
And
I'm so sorry, everybody. That what happened?
I'm curious about that because, as far as I know, we drank from the same bottle, but
Did
no one else seemed to have been affected.
Did you all see a
I guess you'll have
courier
to go
there?
back to the recording and see if there was anything different between you guys.
Well, I understand. I'm going to admit right here I fucked up, and I need to be the one to fix this. But I should point out that I have just been poisoned in what is supposed to be a friendly encounter. I'm sorry, Rhea. What were you saying?
That's really my focus too.
Yeah,
somebody was trying to cause harm to you, or perhaps to our relationship with this group of people.
Well, there's also the possibility that it wasn't meant for us to have. It could have been meant for him.
That's why he's the smart one.
I resent that.
You're smart too. You figured out what was wrong.
I'll write a letter.
A strongly worded letter.
A apologetic letter.
Deeply apologetic.
Deeply apologetic. But I will point out that I was poisoned, and I will have you two's testimony to that fact. But oh, that's awful, and it's still in me. Let's call it a day and go to Rusvitz tomorrow. I need some rest. And
I guess taking the proverbial short rest.
Yeah,
All right, we're gonna magic ourselves to the other side of this. It is the next day,
and I've written that letter and
back up.
Sent it a courier. Yeah.
All right, and now you guys are ready to engage in the score proper.
As an auspicious start to the day.
What could go wrong?
That's gonna be the name. That's gonna be the name of the episode right there.
Could go wrong.
Yeah.
We can just for future reference. Yeah, if you get like more than 2 6s, absolutely, the crit is better and better. If you get more than 1 guys.
Yeah. And if there's no 6 in there, well, guess what? It's really bad.
All right. No, yeah, you guys are getting ready to link up with Rusvit. He says he has some hot tips for some goods that some folks are on the lookout for. And you, and only you, can provide the supplies that are so desired by his contact he wants to meet with you. So, first off, please set your loads for this score.
Since I've already been dipping into mine, I'm going with...
No, like I said, that was pre-score stuff. You guys were at your base when you used it. It's a wash. Please.
And this is next day. This is the short rest. Yeah.
I'll just go normal.
I will set my load at light.
I'm gonna go heavy.
All right.
I will set a medium load, I think.
Okay, folks. And how are you going to approach this meeting?
I'm thinking we got invited to a party last time. This has to be social. It's wonderfully like, oh, you'll never believe what happened yesterday.
Funny things happen. Well,
I'm gonna have a kind of a poncho over so that people can hear my armor but they can't see it.
Gotcha.
If they're close, anyway.
I hadn't seen it myself. I never would have believed it.
There's a lot of places to hide medium stuff in a dressy up party.
That's true. and I'm going to be just carrying a light bag and walking the streets.
I lack social graces, so I'm going medium.
Awesome. All right. He has actually not brought you to. He set a meeting point that is not in Shadebarrow. He's actually set up a meeting point that is in the Salt Gate. It's in the Salt Gate on the side of, close to Rhyme Code. Close to Rhyme Code. And you guys make your way into the Salt Gate fairly well. There's streams of gray, dusty, rhymed up workers, going in and out between the very numerous desalinization whirls, the salt packaging and meat salting plants that operate in the Salt Gate. You see strung out on thin rails on the near the main entryway, people that are standing with that are chained to the just corroded and salty metal walls that surround the Salt Gate proper, with signs painted above them like meat skimmer, salt pincher. This zone is run by the Salt Cartel, and you and everyone in the city knows it. That being said, it is a place of lots of mercantile activity. Stuff's got to go in and out to make a profit, and there is not really much that impedes you from coming in, much of anything at all. The guards wave you through. Are you taking your carriage? I'm sorry.
I assume usually that we're taking a carriage. I think it'd be a
I
safe
think that's
assumption.
It's fine with me.
That's what it's for. So yeah.
I didn't want to
Flint-
describe you walking when you were riding.
Mhm.
Flinch will do anything to avoid contact with the common public. So, yes.
Here's the real question: who's driving?
Who's
Who's
driving?
driving?
Good question. Does anyone want to be driving?
I'm
I
not.
think I'm good at driving.
I am
What
not driving.
would driving be? Is that finesse? That
Yes. Yes. Handle a vehicle or mount.
yeah.
I'll do it.
Finesse is
I'll do it
driving.
if nobody wants to. I'd
I
love
actually
to.
have two dots in
You have
finesse.
Dreyer driving if you want.
Why don't you drive us? I bet you're amazing.
What could go wrong with Hrodebert driving?
The man who's just drugged.
He's making up for yesterday. He's like,
Yeah,
no,
there
you're
you go.
driving for like a week.
Yeah,
I
there
got
you
it.
go.
And you're feeding the goat and grooming
Yeah.
and mucking him out.
Yeah. Screamer,
The screamer, the goat.
Ah! So yeah, I guess I'm driving. I'm driving the carriage.
Sounds great. You make your way in. Like I said, nobody stops you. Let me get, you know what? I have old images for this. Why am I making new one? Why am I making life harder for myself, guys?
Strayer, I assume everybody
It's
told
fun,
you
right?
what happened yesterday. I meant to bring you some of the eel, but it didn't work out. It didn't work out.
It's green now.
It so didn't work out.
Yeah, from what I hear, you just couldn't handle your drink and just ruined it all for everyone. So what am I going to say? All right, yeah, you come in and an agent of Ruspit links up with you just inside the Salt Gate. It is a warren of catwalks and ironworks, or iron buildings, at least I should say. Most wood is, sort of salted up and seized in place, or just kind of corroded through, and heavily barnacled down, by the water line. There's a huge place where all the water that pushes through the seep daily drains into a large swirling cistern throughout the day. And you can hear pumps and shumps as it's pushed through and separated.
Got that
Um,
damn slug down there somewhere. I know it.
Like, note to self: once I have completed my transformation, never come here.
Maybe it's got some antiseptic effects. I don't know, man. I don't know. how
It's-
these things go.
Oh
It
goodness.
would play hell
Oh,
with my
goodness.
chanting.
Oh no.
You're all right over there.
Got a damn large cat.
They lead you into a salt separating and packaging plant where you see just loads of salt being dumped on one end of the warehouse, and it's being scraped along the floor onto some conveyors where the listless workers are just kind of packing it up, weighing it, and so forth. And he brings you into some of the back rooms, up a flight of stairs, and into an office. Sitting in the office is someone who I've got a bunch of pictures for, but we'll just use this one. Why not? If I will click on it this time instead of going
Did it?
backwards, that would be great. Yeah, you recognize that they are in a turncloak uniform. It's a woman. She's got some blonde hair, some bright eyes. She looks perpetually upset, and she is sitting on the far end of the room, drinking from a carafe of water. There are some glasses lined out on the table. Rusvid is sitting in there as well. He rises to meet you guys. He looks pleased to see you, and he goes to shake your hand.
You described her as dressed as a turncloak?
I do describe her as Justice Turncloak.
Timothy's faction, right? Or the yeah, it's
the
Timothy's
murderers.
Yes. Yeah.
They're terrorists. Yes.
Yeah. They're terrorists. All right, CJ. Get it right, please.
Hey, in the context in which we met them,
That murder.
Yeah. Look, they were murdering terrorists. Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Yep, you got it in one. That's them. That's the ones you're thinking about.
Man.
It's like it's not a special distinction that I'm not going to shake your hand. Sorry, I don't shake anyone's hands.
Rusvid just moves on to the next as he's glad handing you guys.
So Rusvid, I just want to let you know, and as well as our guest here, your boss. I pointed her. He kicked my ass. I don't have any hard feelings about this.
Says, yeah, I'm not surprised. Kicks a lot of people's asses.
Like I said, is that a special distinction?
And
Uh-oh.
we lost CJ.
No.
The doctor.
Oh, he just passed out.
Yeah. But yeah, not surprised.
His dog finally got him to throw the ball.
You're gonna throw the ball one way or the
good,
other.
man?
He threw it through his modem.
I've got a problem with Discord. Yeah.
I'll get you. Yeah. But Rusvid, motions for you guys to sit. You're kind of in, just a conference room would be generous, but you're in a meeting room of sorts. Some rickety chairs there, and like I said, there's water to drink at least if there's nothing to eat. He goes, have a seat, have a seat, have a seat. This is the young lady here. She's after some stuff you guys have.
Well, that's good, right? That's the point.
Yep.
And
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry,
go
what
ahead.
is your name? And I point at her.
She just looks at you. She's like, you can call me Miza.
Is what? I don't make that joke.
Throws you bodily down the stairs. No.
I do not, under any circumstances, make that joke.
Again, no. She just leans forward and says, "Listen, I don't have all day, but not everyone in the group agrees with all the directions we're pushing in. That being said, nobody's gonna go up against Kef. So we need a little something, insurance-wise. And I understand from Kef that you have some of the finest weapons available for the task."
That's true.
I think I know what you're getting at. What the devil dusk daggers?
The demon dust
Demon
daggers.
dust daggers, right?
Yeah.
30
She
double
seems to want that.
That's what I ask her. That's what I ask her.
She's like, it's not about the name, is it? Same ones as you had brought before. Yeah, I'm interested.
Well then, what's your need and what's your budget?
Says, me, a few of us kind of need as many as we can. I'd be happy to pay you a coin each just to get any of them off your hands.
Cool.
A coin each. Let's. we kind of laugh.
Mike Flinch doesn't know much about business. He's like,
I
Doctor,
appreciate the candor, I suppose. I don't know if you were familiar with the deal we made before with others in your organization, or how much they were willing to pay. At a coin each, you could get a very, very nice, well-made steel dagger. Maybe even a brace of them.
She says, yeah, I could get a whole closet full of them, couldn't I?
You sure
That's
could.
not what I'm in the market for. Yeah, and speaking of the deal you made, how many of them have you sold now?
How many do you think I've sold?
0.
To you?
damn, she's on to us. No,
True. You've sold 0 to us. And I'm fairly sure you've sold 0 to anyone else. Because who's going to buy them from you?
Listen, just because it's specialized equipment doesn't mean there's a market for it.
Oh, there's a market. In fact, there's so much of a market that I know Kev has it in his mind that he should just go down to the seep and take a bunch of those daggers.
You see, that's where I have a basic departing from Kef's point of view. We've had some others come down to the seep to see that they could take something from us. It didn't go great for them either.
Yeah,
But you're saying he wants to come down and take the very specific, very painful, very valuable weapons that we hold. I can understand why you don't see eye to eye. He's clearly a moron.
Ooh.
Kef, or sorry, not Kef, Mrs. shakes her head, and she says, "Listen, you were in a war with a bunch of saleswomen. We're already in a war with the Empress's own establishment." And Ruspic goes, "Hey, whoa, 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 whoa." He's like, war? No, 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 no. There's a lot of different angles to perspectives to be considered here. We're not at a war with the government itself. We're at a war with the inequity that is currently under the government. And she waves him off. Yeah. What? Okay. What? We need weapons. We've already got a bunch of weapons, and battling's our business.
How's business going right now?
Oh, it's damn good.
Maybe I'm not understanding this correctly, but do you want to buy the thing or do you want to kill us? Which one?
Oh, I want to buy.
That point is ridiculous. I mean, I assume you're trying to make some kind of statement that way.
Remember,
And
Rhea
I
can
can negotiate with her.
Yeah, Rhea can detect all eyes. So, what was?
And
Nice. She said,
overconfidence.
I want to buy him.
So she's just, gonna look to you, Rhea, and say, "Listen, you're holding some hot goods, hotter than you need,
I
and
know.
no one's willing to buy them from you.
Be serious.
I'm willing to take them off your hands
not
with
enough money
coins."
for this. You know that.
She sits back and is like, "Well, then what are we talking about?"
Let's negotiate. So I can use some.
Okay.
Yeah, probably sway and I'd be like, what we're looking at here is how much money, and let me talk aside with the people in my group.
Let's have a flashback.
Yeah, and we're having a flashback, guys.
To our appraiser.
How much money did we spend for them?
Well, we got them.
You didn't spend any. These are demon
We got
ghost
them from our
market
demon,
goods.
but we had to spend a lot to get her the stuff she wanted, right?
We've got an appraiser, right? We got an appraiser.
We've got an appraiser. So what did he appraise it at?
Well, I can tell you that the appraiser wasn't targeted towards these in the thing that you assigned. However, I will tell you that the deal that you guys had previously was 3 gold per dagger, or 3 coin per dagger, I should say, with the turn cloaks, which you never ran down to pursue anymore. I believe that you guys have, Hrodebert, I think you have 1 on you. Well, no, I'm not going to dictate your load. I know you usually have had 1 around, but I believe you guys have 9 of these. You got 4, then you got 3, then you got 2. No, you got 5, you got 3, you got 2. 1 is used. So I believe you have 9 of them.
How many mint saleable daggers?
They're all, well, from what you have seen, they can only be used once. However, what you do know is that once they are used, they seem to be lethal, and they seem to also entrap the soul and essence of the person it kills, and the experience of their death, I should say, at least.
So
It also did not raise the alarm.
important. Maybe we could, if we want to get some cash, we could sell off a couple, but it's kind of key to our business, actually.
So she's basically saying, hey, you guys are in, and you get this. You guys are in. You guys are in over your head with these items. No one is buying them off of you. People want them, but don't want to deal for them. I'm willing to take them off your hands, so you'll get rid of them, and I'll give you some
so
coin.
we got 9 that are theoretically worth 3 a pop. So why don't we cut them a deal because they're such dear friends and we believe in their work and sell them a lot.
Sounds wonderful to me.
Can we have a moment to discuss?
I mean, that would be my literal statement. It's like these.
Yeah,
But-
can we have a moment to discuss
Just kinda-
with our compatriots?
She just waves you off,
We go to the side of the room. Look, I don't have a problem selling this. I just want to point out these people are terrorists.
They're a apparently fractive group of an already established terrorist cell.
And that's my thing: is what if their leader isn't the man who beat the shit out of me? I mean, maybe we want to betray them to him. I kind of want to figure that out.
I would rather not
Let's not. That's
double
not.
cross.
Let's
I'd
not
rather
do
not
that.
double cross a contact of Ruspet.
You're right. That was just that was a thought.
It was a
I agree.
bad.
I agree with that decision. Okay. Gosh. Chances are they might use it on each other, and that doesn't hurt us.
Well, so first off, let's say this. Let's say we have 5 for sale. They can buy them, all 5 of them at once, for 8 coin. It's lower than the price we would get from the other faction, but higher than what she's asking. And we still have more for the next time they come calling, or to defend ourselves in the chance that the other bit of the faction comes after us.
I agree with this. It's a good price. Rhea and Lynch, how do you feel?
Do you think we could sell that?
I
8
feel
for how
like
many?
it's a good 8 for 4 of them, and we need to keep the rest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go for that.
All right. So you decided 8 for 5 or 8 for 4? Because you
8
guys
for
said
4.
8 for 4. Yeah.
Before.
All right. You want to reconvene with her and Ruspet there?
Yep. Let's sit back down. Yeah.
We've come to a decision. All right.
All right. You come back in, and he's talking to her, low tones. Again, but yeah, she looks up at you and says, "Well, what are we looking at?"
Well, what are we looking at?
We just
Rhea?
spoke, and we decided 8 coins for you to have 4 of the daggers. That's how many we're willing to part with. I think it's pretty generous, but then again, we do respect you very much.
I'm gonna attempt to insist. I'm not sure if it's going to help all that much. But like retail, conservatively, what we would be able to sell these for elsewhere with the right buyer would be 12 for that many of the of this equipment. But we do realize you are a motivated buyer, and a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush.
She says, she sits and she thinks. She looks up and she says, now you understand that when Kef made his deal with you, it wasn't a week went by before he decided he was never going to buy any from you and that he would just go take whatever he wanted whenever he wanted it. He, in fact, if you didn't know, him and the Ink and Dye worked together during their war. Him supplying the Ink and Dye with a few men, a few weapons. But if you work with me right now, I'll pay 6 for 4 of them. But any more I'll buy for 2. And starting today, Rhinehold won't be off limits for you anymore.
I think that's worth it.
Yeah, you're the handshaker.
I don't like it, but I keep my mouth shut.
Yes, I think that's worth it.
I want
And-
another guarantee. I want a guarantee, though, that these weapons will not be used on armed men.
Yeah. And
As long as you guarantee that you won't ever raise hand against us.
then let's say it this way. Rhinehold is free for us to travel again. The daggers will not be used against us or any of our people. And we will stay out of conflict that you are presently engaged in.
Well, I wouldn't ask for you to stay out of the conflict. I mean, I probably want to buy some more of these.
Oh, that's fine. We don't mind being purveyors. But further than that, supplying bodies and men, that would require a different negotiation altogether, of course. Shall I call it a deal?
She says, as long as you're not attacking us, and you don't tell anyone else in our organization about our deal, I can work with it.
What's to tell?
Tell what? And I will shake her hand.
All right. All right. She'll reach out her hand to shake yours.
Fantastic.
Found anywhere in my village.
Yeah.
So there's
Well,
nothing for me.
well, mine.
All right. Do you shake? You shake? You shook? You
Yep.
guys shook?
Shaking the hand.
Shake.
Shaking and shooken?
Shake it like a
Fantastic.
Polaroid picture.
In the room bursts another young turncloak. You are now, by the way, bound
Right.
and you may want to take note,
Mhm.
you are now bound to not tell any turncoats besides her about the deal that you are in. She is bound that none of the daggers will be used against your people. You are bound to not be physical participants in the internal conflict and external conflicts that the Turncloaks are in currently. You are bound to sell her daggers at a rate of 2 coin each. Henceforth, she is bound to pay you 2 coin each for any daggers she wants to buy. You are allowed to traverse Rhymecoat by orders of one of the higher lieutenants in the Turncloak faction. One of the Turncloaks bursts in and says, Miza, we got a squalor. Kef's on his way. He heard when you were talking with someone. Miza,
I've never talked to anyone in my life.
Miza leaps up from the table and says to Ruspit, says, I'm out the back way then.
I guess it's been a while since I played this.
Yeah, I'm just sorry. I'm not. We So this is a faction that is very early for you guys.
Yeah.
Like first score, like the very first score.
Yeah, this is like the very beginning.
These guys, to Lupin, Michael, and Sherry. These guys are a former disgraced unit of Blue Cloaks, or at least that's how they began. Whose leader was basically put up on a frame job by a minister for doing a bunch of illegal things, so that the minister and their family wouldn't go down for it. They were, or the whole unit was ordered to be processed by the Imperial Guard and put in the brass breaker and disgraced. And instead, they ran away and they formed a counter-government revolutionary force that operates out of Rhymecoats, basically in and out of the sewers of the city. And they are trying to subvert the status quo, and down with the man, basically. They are homeland terrorists. And their leader straight up jacked Hrodebert in the face when Hrodebert was mouthing off a little bit too much during the first session. Then he also murdered a ministry spy in front of Hrodebert and Siege, and the Doctor, I should say, with one of the daggers you guys have, and it wasn't pleasant. It's not a good way to go. So,
if you get stabbed with it, you're dead. Like, and it's real bad.
You like vaporize, but it does not draw the attention of.
Yeah, it also destroys the ghost in the process, and the Eternal Watchers do not get summoned because there is no new ghost that is in the area.
Right.
It does not register as a death in the city defense grid, basically.
Noise.
All right, so she springs up, and she heads over to a small window. Her and her compatriot start working it open to go out of it. Meanwhile, Ruspit turns to you and says, you've got to get me out of here, friends. These guys, their agenda is anti-government. And he points at himself.
I turned him. Hang on. I turned him as a. If we have to defend him, we will.
Please make a roll to see if she pays you any attention.
I would like an assist here. Like this is probably gonna be a sway. Or even I'll assist Sherry because if we, I want to defend Ruspit.
Sway.
I would like to defend Ruspit, even if the Doctor doesn't have to. He can't, but I didn't make that a deal. You know, like I didn't make that.
I think that was in a Wii.
I will say that the terms of the deal specifically are that the current conflicts of the
Yes.
thing are things you will not participate in.
Yes.
Uh,
Does this qualify?
We are
well,
defending.
that's an outstanding question. How willing are you to find out?
Yeah. So yeah, I'd love to.
I'm risk averse at the best of times, so
I-
absolutely not at all.
Yeah, I would love to assist Sherry with a sway there, too.
Yep. Be like, hey, let's get.
How would you like? In what way would you like to phrase that assistance? Like, is this for increased effect, or is this increased dice?
Increased dice.
Well, that's not our fault.
Oh, well, I guess that is up to.
Yeah, what kind of assist are you asking for here? Another die?
Like, what do you? Is that what you're proposing that your assistance adds to?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well,
All right.
so we give you 3 dice. You want to push the button so I'm not responsible?
All right.
I'm going to give you a desperate standard for this.
Do it. Hey,
Nice.
How you do it?
She
that's close to being critical.
yeah, very close. Not close enough though. Sorry.
Yeah.
No style points. As her compatriot is wheedling his way through the window, she says, "I don't care what you do with the freaking lunkhead, but if they find him, everybody's dead. Me too. So you should run."
That sounds
And
like
then
something
she
to me.
slips out of view.
Damn it! Sorry. No, like that was my response to her, you know. So they slink out, right? Well,
A couple of you could probably fit through there. Rustfet cannot, and I am going to say that probably you can't either.
I could squirm out under the effects of drift oil and be carried along. But
He loves his drift oil.
I love my drift
It's
oil.
fantastic stuff.
My favorite tool in the game.
It is the source of your single largest payday so far, I believe.
Yeah. There.
If he's coming up, coming up the stairs the way we came in, I'm gonna be like, look,
I have
this doesn't have to be hard. Everybody relax. I'm gonna take out of my small bag a plumber's smoke bomb. Like,
I got something just for this.
oh, well,
The breaching charge on the back wall here. You know.
it's not a breaching charge. It just makes a lot of smoke.
I have sovereign glue basically. So if you want to make sure that door never opens
ever again.
Well, I will say that it is a door. It's not like a vault door.
No, it's not impossible that it will be open, but it will be impossible for someone to open it with the knob.
Yes, I can agree with that. If you would like to try and quickly apply some sovereign glue, guys, I'm going to give you a sum of 1 action each that your characters can do before there are people up these stairs. So please choose wisely.
Binding oil for me.
All right.
The door is not going to move unless dissolved by alkahest or electroplasm.
All right, I'd like a. Are you trying to? What kind of roll are you trying to make to apply this?
Usually it's going to be for something like this. It's either going to be
I mean, my suggestions would be if you want it to be a very fine-tuned job, finesse. If you just are like slathering everything all over the place, maybe a wreck or a tinker.
Well, I can't slather because if I get it on my hand, it's gonna, my hand will stick.
That would be a consideration. I'm not saying you can't do it.
Why don't we finesse it?
You could throw the bottle at the wall and hope it breaks.
I'd also hope it doesn't stick to anything else. The plan is open the door, basically pour it on the top of the door, and then add the top and sides of the door, and then just close it.
It seems eminently doable. I am gonna say that the big factor on that will be timing, not so much it actually getting applied. So I am going to give you just a risky great effect. For
So,
that.
I will assist in him doing that.
Well,
by
I'm
using my-
gonna push myself because I'm panicking. So stress. I'm like, I don't want to die. So I'm just gonna push for an extra die on this one.
All right. Do you still want to assist him there?
I will still assist him with foresight. I'll
Freebie assist.
I'll
I'll say
pull out-
a foresight assist will not count against your actions.
Cool. I'll foresight assist by drawing out something like a swab applicator that would make this more, that would make it easier to do this.
That's a great idea. So
Instead of just like
another
pouring
die
it.
on. If that tosses another die on, then we're rolling
Yes,
with
that's-
4 dice.
4 1.
I hope not. Here we go. A 5.
Hey, that's not bad.
That works. Yeah. So you open the door, and you get to slathering, and you shut the door just as the first of the booted footsteps that you hear coming start turning around the corner. Now the door is secure. What you wanted to happen happened. However, they know exactly what room you, or at least they know exactly what room they are going to look into first, or attempt to look into first, because the door just slammed. Concurrent action. Yeah, concurrent action. Siege, what would you like to be doing in your one action before the enemies arrive?
Oh my god, that hurt.
I'm going to attempt to widen the window that they shimmied open, so that everybody can fit through.
How would you like to do that?
I'd like to roll Tinker to like adjust on the sides, like maybe it's the sash that's a little out of kilter and it's not letting it go up the way or whatever. So I'm going to see if I can fix this bit of the window and get us all through here.
All right, so you're trying to get the window fully cleared to open. All right.
Yes. So we're gonna
I'll give you a desperate standard for this.
all right.
I will say that all actions that require something outside of your direct control during this are going to be desperate because, yeah.
Sure.
So you go to it and you at first just weighing it up a couple times, then you look out and you see that there is just this huge clump of salt residue that is between the sash and the lower pane that you can't see from the inside, but you clearly see from the outside. And with one just knuckle knock, the whole thing cascades away, and you get the window open to the point where everyone can fit through it. Rustfit will probably need to be helped through it. Hrodebert, it's going to be a tight squeeze for you, but you'll be able to get out.
I'll go
gonna
last.
give a whistle. Gonna give a whistle and be like, "Come on."
I'll go last. Yeah.
All right. So what concurrent thing? And remember, these are concurrent actions. So unless you want to say I didn't do anything, whatever you're doing now is happening at the same time as the glue is being applied and the window is being done.
Open.
So, Rhea, what would you like to do?
I need to get somewhere safer than this.
Yeah, but the window is being opened and the door is being closed, so none of that's happened yet. What are you gonna do first? Like, what's the prep step for you?
I'm just waiting for the window to open. I guess I could
All right.
watch and make sure that everyone is okay until that happens.
All right. So as you are watching to make sure that everyone okay, you notice that Rusvit is he's usually a very calm, collected kind of guy, and he is twitching, a bit. He's tweaking. He's
Oh
like,
yeah,
whoa,
those
whoa, whoa.
situations will do that.
Like,
Uh,
are we talking like stressed out?
Or is he also
he's not high on drugs. No,
okay?
he
Good.
that you can tell. He's just Oh my goodness. I'm caught. I'm caught in a spot I shouldn't be. Uh, he kind of had to come here on the down low to make this happen. It looks like, and his advisor that brought you in was not in the room with you. He's not. He's not sure what he's doing is safe. He's not assured of his safety. You see that he is not doing anything productive. And so, if you want to use an action to interact with him, you can. If not, everyone else is just kind of doing their thing.
Yeah, you want to be like, so what's up?
What is the story with this situation?
I mean, it's not long for us to be able to get an actual story, but
Maybe if you talk about it, we can figure out what the problem is.
Well, all he's gonna say back to you, you know what? Make a roll. Would you like to be consorting, swaying? What do you want to do?
Probably a swaying
Just trying to.
situation. I'm trying to get him to talk about something he would rather not, and it's an individual. So yeah.
so
All right.
here you go.
Please make a standard
Push the
risky
button.
sway roll to.
4 and a
I
3.
mean, yeah. So 4. He says back to you. He's like, "Hey, I thought the time was right to get involved in this dispute inside their faction." And he doesn't say anything beyond that, but just talking to him seems to have given him something to focus on. He's not jittering up. Just that couple seconds of interaction has him back in the moment. Uh, so there's that.
Welcome back to Earth.
Back to Earth.
Welcome to Earth.
However, he does take notice of you, and he's like, and who are you now?
My name's Raya. I'm part of the organization here.
You guys don't have time to really do anything else.
Like,
Yeah,
have
we're in the middle
Yeah.
of stuff.
Hrodebert, would you like to be taking an action while all this is happening?
Yes. When obviously we're gonna go with CJ's plan, but while this is because again it's concurrent, and then until I hear the whistle, I will have been looking around the room for hiding spots, defensible positions, anything I can just grab too. Like I just want to, it's a
Take it
hideout.
easy, George.
Yeah. See, man. So this will be a
Yep.
survey, I believe.
You can survey, but as I said, this is not really a hideout. This is like sort of like an unused, currently unused uh, meeting room
Yes.
in a sort of industrial office. So you see, there's a
Maybe
table,
they
there's
left something
chairs,
behind. I don't know. Yeah.
there's that carafe of water.
But
Just at a glance, but I will let you roll your survey. Uh, it'll be. Let's make it desperate, but make it standard. And the desperate is more for you guys are trying to do things very quickly right now.
yes.
So.
Okay.
You look around and you're just kind of looking back forth, and you're like, there's got to be something. There's got to be something. And as you're looking around, just um the lingering sort of uh in your body from yesterday the sudden movement, the spike of adrenaline in the last 10 seconds. Yeah, you just kind of, and just puke on the floor a little bit and waste your opportunity. You don't suffer any long-term ill effects, but you do not. Yeah, exactly. You do not get anything accomplished. And and right as you're doing that, you hear a whistle at the door, at the window. Like, let's go, let's go.
Rhea flinch first.
Oh boy. All right. In that case, let's see. What's the drop?
Well, it actually leads out onto sort of a thieves' highway of sorts. There's a small network of roofs, catwalks, pipeways, and drainages. Um, some looking in better condition than others. What you see right outside the window, you've got probably about 7 feet down onto a subroof. There's a row of windows on the building that run for about another 20 feet until the building ends. You see pipes coming off of the building on your right side, uh, two of which flewed across the gap between the building and the one next to it, which leads to a level roof. Several of which just go down, straight down from there. That's really all you can see just as you're approaching the window.
All right, so what I'm going to tell you is I can get out the window first, and I can, stand out there first, but I'm going to have no idea where to go. So I'm going to follow someone else after I get out there. But I'll climb through through first if people want.
Sorry, I'm so sorry for interrupting.
I just have 1 dot in prowl, which I think is the most applicable here.
And go for it.
While that's kind of going, while people are exiting the window, I'm going to take my poncho off and throw it on Rusvet and kind of try and cover his head as best I can, very rapidly.
You hook out the window and then you heel hook. Unfortunately, as you head out, so you end up just heel and toe wedged in the corner of the window, dangling upside down, stuck in a position between if I let go, I'm going to fall 2 or 3 feet onto my head, or if I twist my ankle around, I'm going to fall 2 or 3 feet onto my head, and if I don't twist my ankle around, it is going to be in the window while other people are trying to come out of it, and I am going to be directly under it. So you have a choice to make.
For Leech, the choice is clear. There's only one option, he said, reaching for the drift oil.
I only have one choice!
There's no other way out.
Out comes the drift oil. Here to the fall.
It is the only way.
So here I am upside down. I'm going to attempt to coat myself in drift oil.
Please make a roll. It's going to be a desperate roll.
All right. So
no matter what kind of roll you're trying to make, it's going to be desperate. So you
I lose my
pull your drift oil out, and yeah, exactly. It falls and shatters on the shingles beneath you, and just starts running down the it looks like a terracotta tiled
I envy whatever rat that settles on
down there, and just kind of coats a good 5 square feet of the roof below you. Meanwhile,
anyone.
Meanwhile, whoever else is coming out next is as you're trying to do that is coming out.
Well, I'm not going to voluntarily fall, so somebody else is going to have to get rid of me.
I'm gonna motion Rhea to go next.
And climb down.
Go for it. What kind of? Are you just trying to jump out the window or climb down?
I'm gonna probably try and climb down.
You've only got one dot of prowl.
Prowl is cool. I can do it.
Go
can do
for it.
I've done this a million times.
So many times. There it is.
Hey.
Thank
She actually climbs down you,
Yeah.
Flinch. She
Super useful.
uses you as handholds, and then when she gets to the bottom, she jostles you a bit, and you swing free. As you swing free, you kind of land on the shingles where your drift oil was, and the shingles begin floating away as they just sort of drift away from you as they get uprooted. But there's not enough drift oil coating it to just coat you. You feel like maybe your shirt is a little lighter than it was, but you do not feel that sweet drift sensation all over your body.
Well, worse things have happened, Bailey.
I love the qualifier. It's the qualifier that's selling.
Who's next?
I
Anyone
believe
going to make sure
Hrodebert
Rusted gets out?
Yeah, Hrodebert has Rustfoot. I'm gonna motion to them to get to the window, and I'm going to uncap the smoke plumber's bomb that I had taken out before.
All right.
Yeah. See, if I was gonna go last, I was gonna do like a football run and try and dive through the window. So I guess not. Yeah, let's have Rustfit out now. I kind of want to like push him almost, like
I mean, he'll move to the window if you.
Okay.
If you
Yeah. Okay. Well. So while Sherry and Michael were doing all that again, I took my poncho off, and it has kind of like a little hood, and
During all of that nonsense.
I put it on him, and I'm like, okay, time to go, Rustfit.
Right as you get your poncho and hood over him, obscuring who he is, the door feels a mighty shatter, and indeed, the frame of it holds up. However, one of the bigger men you've ever seen is standing in a perfectly split out rectangle. Looks like this salted out door just was not enough to hold up to one good heel kick just above the doorknob, and it splintered in. Now, he's about as surprised as you at the way that the door came through. He stops for a second, but you can see Hayes in a gray cloak, and you see another gray cloaked accomplice scurry up beside him. And he aims a pistol in through the door.
Oh, that's a problem.
What you gonna do about that?
I'm gonna say. Sorry.
Man, I'm such a risk. It's to push yourself as 2, right?
Two
Mhm.
stress. Yeah.
2 stress.
Okay. I think I have 3 stress. I'm not sure if I'm not sure if I calculated it right, because I pushed myself earlier, so that was 2, and then I had 1 somewhere else, like a assist. Assist is not.
Did you assist someone?
I did assist.
Did you assist? All right, then 3. Then you use 3.
So So okay. So I did calculate it right. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm going to grab Rusvit and make sure he's obscured, and I'm going to not to be trifled with, and I'm going to try and run through the back wall. Me first, shoulder charge.
Like just Kool-Aid Man it?
Yeah,
Not
absolutely.
not the window, but the back wall.
I mean,
So if I'm looking at the window,
yeah,
the door is here.
yeah.
This is the back wall.
Okay.
You want to go that way?
Okay.
Is that
No.
that what you're
Okay,
saying?
no. Through the window wall.
The window wall.
Yeah, I
So
want
you
to
want to
Kool-Aid
go through
Man
the
the
window
window
wall.
wall. Yeah. With not to be trifled with. This is
Well,
gonna be
you just saw that the building could be in better condition. You're being not to be trifled with, so you're basically doing a superhuman strength.
Yes.
I'm gonna say that this is a desperate with great effect. So
Okay.
you're going Superman.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a rec roll.
Is
Gonna
it?
be just one die. Oh man. I kind of suspect I know how this
What
is
could
gonna
go wrong?
What could
What
go
could possibly
wrong?
go wrong?
Yeah. Ah!
Hey, all right.
So yeah, the guy raises his pistol, and as he does, he just watches you suplex grab this guy from behind and launch yourself backwards, missing the window that you were going to go out of, but just completely obliterating the wall to the side of it, just as he completely obliterated this door. Yeah, OSHA hasn't been here in a while, and this place is falling apart. You launch through it, the spot. You execute a tight little tuck and roll in which Rusvit never touches the ground or the back wall. And you are traveling with such momentum that you sling up and just land with you standing behind him, giving him a hug around the waist, and him discombobulated as all hell. You have completely cleared over Flinch and Rhea, and
Not hard
Did you
to
just
clear
hear
me.
something?
you skid along some
Okay.
shingles, some terracotta tile shingles that start to just fly away from you and continue to move at speed in straight trajectories through the air. Yeah, well done. That's all I got to say about that. Siege, what are you trying to do?
I'm going to like flinch at that, like and then be like, "Look out! It's a bomb!" and like throw it to the man with the pistol, like he should catch it. Like, ah!
Okay, I'm gonna need
Smoking
two.
device.
I'm gonna need two rolls. I'm gonna need a roll to throw it,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna need a roll to convince the guy that it's a bomb that he should deal with. If you want that to factor into it.
I do. I want to be very convincing
Okay.
and toss it at him.
Okay. So, please please justify the kind of roll you are using for your toss. Please justify the kind of roll that you're using for your. I'm going to assume sway.
Yeah,
But it might be a command. I don't know.
No. Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna do sway and finesse.
All right.
One roll for the acting, and one roll for
All
the
right.
doing.
For sway, I am going to give you a standard position with great effect. He just saw one of your teammates blow clean through a wall. He is not sure what's going on, and totally could be a bomb. He'd throw a bomb in the same situation.
I'm desperately trying to leave, you know.
For tossing it, I'm just going to give you a standard and risky.
Okay, cool. Right on. And I'm going to, let's see. Okay, then. Never mind. All right, yep, 2 rolls. Here we go. And I'm going to push myself to sell it. I'm going to take that 2 stress. Add a die.
All right. There's you selling it. Let's
Yep,
get your throw.
Hey.
So you wing it at him, and as you are, you start to say it's a but he just snapshots it out of the air. It blows up equidistant between the two of you, and you are also now in a very heavily obscured smoke. Instantly, there's no waiting for it. It just this thick, oily black smoke pours forth in every direction. You're completely surrounded by it. You let's see how well you remember your relationship to the rest of the room right now.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Not well. It when it happens, it is such a shock that you take some steps back and stumble, and you're like, oh, where is the window now? I've moved. You also hear another shot in the room. You do not see a spark. You do not hear a whistle or anything. You don't hear an impact because the shot and whatever it hit are so close together. But you can't see your hand in front of your face. And you're in a room. You're pretty sure. In fact, you're not pretty sure of anything. I'm not even going to give you you're pretty sure you know where the window is, because you don't.
I'm going to.
Everyone else sees thick smoke come blasting out of 2 holes in the side.
Yeah.
I'm going to immediately drop prone, get super close down to the ground,
All right.
and see if I can observe the smoke being drawn out through the holes.
I will tell you that. Okay, make a roll for your observation. It is going to be if it's unmodified, it is going to be a no effect roll.
Okay.
It is.
That's fair.
There's no current in this. It's not wispy gray. It is black smoke, and it is impenetrable to your eyes.
Okay.
Unless you push yourself and get a 6 or something. I don't know.
I'm not gonna bank on that. Instead, I will still drop prone, and I'm going to
wait for death.
I'm gonna drop prone, and oh, you know what?
I was about to say, if you want to make a roll, Remy, you make a roll. If one of us realizes what's going, like that, he probably can't see.
Well, I mean, you all see black smoke coming straight out. I mean, you guys can individually make rolls to see if your characters need to figure out that he needs some help. But if you just kind of want to take some action instead,
because that's what I'm thinking is I could be like, come on, Eddie, and that would give him a frame of reference to move, right? But if you have a better idea, CJ, I'd love to.
Yeah, I'm going to go prone, and I'm going to draw a pistol.
Oh
no! And I'm going to back myself until I hit a wall.
You're gonna go prone and back up till you hit a wall, huh?
Yeah.
Please roll a 1d4. I know they don't exist in this game, but please do it.
That's fine.
So is that? I guess it's not really a 1d6 minus 2 because that would
No.
weight the odds.
Yeah, the one would be heavily favored.
I got a 1.
You back and back
And you're screwed.
and back. Well, this is a special die, so it's
Yeah.
you know, but you back and back
It's for direction.
and back, and suddenly one of your feet are jutting through a wall. You're lucky I mapped it in my head the way I did.
Yes.
One of your feet are jutting through a wall. The other one is not. And you are again jutting through a Kool-Aid Man hole.
Right. Little
Not
jaggedy.
like whatever, but yes, one of your feet is jutting through a wall. Everyone down
Fantastic.
below sees lots of thick black smoke.
Right.
I don't believe that you are going to see this foot jutting out of this wall.
All right, then I'm going to attempt to prowl and quietly clamber through this hole.
As you go ahead and I'm gonna reduce. It's gonna be desperate. It's gonna be a desperate standard roll to do this quietly.
Hey.
All right, yeah. So you back out. You start to hear coughing and retching from inside the smoke. A couple of shouts of they blew themselves up. And what's going on over there and such. People from neighboring streets, there's a fire, just lots of clamor starting to be raised about it. But you do manage to jet yourself out of the building, lower yourself down, and hop to the ground. Your clothes are now dyed black, and you are fairly sooted up yourself.
I want to help him stand up. I want to help him up.
You do still have your pistol drawn,
Yes.
but you do you do hear a lot of it's on fire, and you start to hear all the sounds that one would expect if there was an emergency in the local area. Of course, they can't see it from too far away, everything being dark as it is. But there are cries of get the buckets and etc.
Unless anybody wants to make a roll.
Do you want to feed the delusion that it's just a run-of-the-mill fire to cover our escape?
It's up to you guys.
It's gonna light something on fire.
I have fire. I can just tuck an alchemical Molotov to the wall and.
CJ called it.
All right, let's cause some mayhem.
And then remember we can't like hurt the people. We don't want to hurt the.
He's lighting a building on fire.
Yeah.
Whether they decided to stay in that room or not.
Yeah, like that's just my thing. Is like what if one of them is that dumb?
Well, my thought is to hurl it for dramatic effect, like basically at the cobblestones in front of the building because it's flashy. Like it's gonna look effective more than anything else.
Okay.
Feel free to do whatever you like. This session has had tons of fun, engaging rolls that we made for no reason.
Mayhem! Ah!
I guess I'm just worried about CJ getting hurt, basically, because if he
I'll be fine.
he made an agreement, a cursed agreement, and if he breaks it or if we break it, I think he gets hurt.
Flinch has no way of knowing that. Stop metagaming.
Yeah, the metagaming pigeon just flew by. Sorry, sorry. You're right.
Oh, it's a fire! I'm like seizing upon my opportunity
Yeah,
to flip out in the
Did
confusion.
somebody say fire?
I'm gonna wreck it.
Yeah.
Since I don't care too much about the specifics of what gets set on fire, so long as it's not myself, I'm just kind of throwing it over there. So I'm literally just doing this with the intent to wreck. So I guess I'm wrecking.
All right. Yeah, I'll offer you a devil's bargain.
Whoa!
I'll offer you a devil's bargain, good sir. In that it will definitely attract the attention of everyone here, but it will also definitely catch the building on fire if you accept the devil's bargain.
I'm not interested in actual long-term property damage. This is a distraction flame oil. So no.
All right,
This is just to make the cover of our escape more believable.
I get you.
I'm not
Go
actually
ahead and make just a standard risky standard roll.
Yeah, it's not gonna
Guess
look
what?
great.
Won't you shake a poor sinner's hand? No. No, yeah, you toss your. You have only one in wreck as a leech.
I only have one in wreck. I mostly fix things. I don't mostly break things.
All right.
I think they take
be
2
as it
tinker, 1
may.
wreck.
Yeah, you throw
I have 3 in Tinker,
your
like 2
you
in
throw your Molotov, and just from an errant plug of the cap, it spirals over and over and is ejecting on fire fluid in a continuous spiral as it goes down, and
Oh yeah.
it paints a swirly line straight to you guys standing on the top of this room. And people start to look up. There's already people looking up, but wow, there's a bunch of people up there. Now it is smoky and dusty, and it is generally dark in the area in any event. However, yes, it is. Your location is now spelled out in flames.
Literally.
and and yeah, Rusvit is looking a little nonplussed. He's like, "We gotta get out of here. It's time to go.
Yeah.
Time to go."
Can I make a quick roll
Fully agree.
with I want to make a
tempted
study. And here's my here's my question: is will bodyguard work? Because I'm anticipating possible threats, right? And I'm trying to find the look for a place to leave where we can escape. Would bodyguard be considered? Because I am this is a threat that I'm trying to protect us from.
I would think so.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
you're straight up trying to find the safest place to
Yes.
to get down. So
Yes. Yeah. So that would be +1 effect. Yep.
all right. Yeah. Friggin'
I'm a genius. Oh no.
Yeah, so this will actually be a survey. This will be actually a survey.
all right, survey just with increased effect, so risky great.
Okay.
Then there's just smoke and flames and fire and people shouting, and Rosfit, grabbing you up from behind and saying, "Get me out of here!" And you can't focus on anything. In fact, Rosfit, dismayed at everyone's inaction or lack of effect, starts scrambling towards the nearest drain pipe that just goes across, and gets down on his hands and knees and starts shimmying across it. he's like, you guys aren't doing anything. And I'm gonna, he's give him a little, and he just spiders it off. He gone.
What an unusual great man.
Wow. I guess he's athletic when it counts. So did it like? How safe is he now?
He is
Like,
not waiting for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would
You don't
look
know
at
how
that?
safe he is.
Okay. Well.
He made it across.
So the guy can move.
He's stocky, but he's spry.
Yeah. I don't want to take. I personally don't want to take the same route. I don't trust myself there. But
I'm
Nope,
also
we got
not
him.
following him.
We
Let's go.
got him out of the room.
yeah.
I have no further interest.
I'll tell you, he might be a little nonplussed next time he meets up with you guys.
I mean,
Tell
maybe
him-
next time you should.
We
Yeah.
have a great
Yeah.
He set
time.
this meeting up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I might be a little nonplussed with him.
Yeah.
We had a leisurely stroll back to our compound, and you were the one that went skittering off like a spider on cocaine.
Let's just go. Can we just walk down, find another way down into
Yeah.
the
Like.
Drift off into the night.
Yeah. Sailing.
I have failed in applying all of my chemicals but glue today, so
And the glue didn't matter.
yeah.
The glue worked surprisingly well.
Well, I imagine
We're
we
not
want
gonna-
to find our way out of here. So.
The top
Well,
of that
that's-
door jamb is going to be glued to the top of the door for a long time, but unfortunately, it doesn't matter at all.
I would wager that no one will ever take it down. No, yeah, the smoke is starting to not spew. It's not exactly clearing up top,
Let's go.
but it is kind of just lingering now. It's just as thick as it was, but it is no longer being produced. There's cries, shouts. Someone takes a shot that it doesn't seem to be aimed at anything from down below. It is very, although there is a fire arrow pointing at you guys, it's, they probably can't see you. They can just see, hey, there's
Anyone-
something going on up there.
Anyone want to try our luck? I could always deploy a plain old smoke bomb.
That's okay. Why don't we just go the opposite way from where the people are looking? Like just across the roof.
Yeah.
And just get out of here.
Yeah, parkour across the roofs.
You like
Go this way.
Yeah, you walk across the roof, and you just see, some more offices in the windows that you're sort of walking just at head height next to. Rhea, you maybe can't see into them. Nobody's in them, but you do catch glimpse of a turncloak, or two running up and down the hallways. And then, you get to the end of the route, and you see a band of men moving with purpose from the center of the Saltgate district. They have on some dapper bowlers. They have some vests on. Most of them are carrying cudgels, from where you can see. And by all accounts, this looks like members of the Salt Cartel. So they haven't seen you. They're just moving towards the building. What would you guys like to do?
be as little involved as possible? So we're still at the top, right?
You are still on the second story of this sub. Well, you're like a story and a half up. You're on this subroof. It's a warehouse, so the height is a little not like a second story roof off a house. You're further up than jumping. Let's call it about 16 feet off the ground. Okay.
Well, they don't look like they're looking for us up here, and then why don't we just let them go their merry way, and then we'll come down behind them.
All right.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, they're totally not looking for you. You do hear from inside the building some hey, hey, the cartel's coming, hey, and some oaths and utterances as there's a lot of movement going around in there.
Our goal is to sell product, not get involved in a feud. In fact, we're contractually obligated to not get named.
Yes.
All right. All right. Yeah. So you're just chilling. Yeah. The guys pass under you. They are not looking up at where you are. They're kind of on the, if the building is, if you're looking down here, these guys are moving towards the other side of the building from where you are, because that's sort of where the main entrance is. That's the whole point of going out the back the way that you did, quote unquote. But they do, get to the building. You hear some shouts, uh, and then sounds like a brawl ensues. At least there's shouts and cries and screams and stuff that start up. Uh, what would you like to do now?
I'd say a brawl is perfect cover to shimmy down a drain pipe, get out of here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, is there a normal means of getting
Like a
down?
fire escape or a
Why
ladder.
don't you look around? I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'll take a look.
The last look you had was from inside the place.
Yeah, I'll take a look around, and
Because it would sure be a lot easier if someone could pick a lock on a roof door, and then we could walk down some stairs and get out of here.
yeah, I'm gonna take a survey and see if there's anything straightforward, like a ladder or fire escape, etc.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just make a
Yeah, I can
risky
do
standard.
survey.
Yeah, Brad's eyes are pretty good. She's got 2 dots in survey.
Okay, go for it though.
You want to come over and push
Yeah,
the button?
I mean, you could lead a survey action, and everybody could participate that wants to.
Yeah, I guess
That
that's
sounds like
true.
a good plan.
Everybody
do it.
looking around.
Yeah.
All right, everybody look around and find a way that doesn't means we don't have to jump.
Everybody who wants to survey, please survey.
All right, this one's our
Risky
lead.
standard.
Let's do it.
Will this cost me stress?
Nope.
Okay, good.
Doesn't cost stress to participate in a group action.
Okay.
That's all right.
Four.
Let's see. My
That does not cost you stress, Hrodebert. That costs her stress.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
look around because I have no dots in survey, so I would be a liability.
All right.
Yeah, I clearly am like.
I'm just checking the stoppers in my bottle.
So yeah, Hrodebert is kind of like stumbles into you as you're surveying. He's in the way every time you turn to look at another
Oh, sorry.
corner. He's that guy that's standing in front of the oven at the kitchen when you're trying to cook.
Does that cost her 1 stress or 2?
It costs her 1. She takes 1 stress per failure, I believe. Or is it 1 stress for every point below 3? No, I think it's just 1 stress per failure.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and so you guys do get a quick look around. You don't see any miraculous, flights of stairs or anything like that, but you do see the remains of an old sort of up the side ladder that will descend you down to about 6 feet off the ground. then there it's worn off or been removed. You can't really tell which.
Somebody came by with a hacksaw and stole it.
Precious steel. But yeah, you can lower yourself down to the point where you can drop down, no problem.
I'll go
Okay.
last. I'll go last.
Go.
I'll get out of the way. For when
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah. I'm not 100%.
I don't,
Go ahead,
I
guys.
don't like being on that hype. So here we go. I'm crawling down. Oh boy.
Well, I'll say that, yeah, you go and it looked pretty secure. But the third rung that you put your foot on just collapses, and then the rung that your hand is on as you're in mid traverse is wrenched out by your body weight. You fall the rest of the way to the ground. You take tier 1 damage there. You are you're banged up. You're on the ground. Just scrapes and bruises, if you will. But there's now a little bit less ladder than there was. So
My damage is second story fall.
second,
Flinch, are you
1.5
all right?
stories. Yeah. 1.5
No.
stories, because you're long enough that by the time your leg was down there,
No.
No.
My precious ribs.
They hurt so much.
Who's next?
I will go down. And,
You didn't see that.
Don't fall on
You didn't see the one that he pulled out wasn't there, and it's the first one you go to put your foot on, and your foot just contacts air, and you just straight up send it. You let's see, do you land on flinch? Nope.
no.
You don't land on flinch.
Yay.
You land on a pile of salt, a pile of dross salt that actually you slide down, and it's quite nice. But on your way down, you're flailing in the air. You were like legitimately like pulling staples, like just tearing apart this ladder, trying to hit it every which way. There's now like 4 rungs left on this ladder. There's none in the first 5 feet from the roof. So if you want to use it, you will have to drop and catch in midair, or drop and land on it in midair. And yeah, so you don't suffer harm from your fall, my guy, but you've wrecked
Made
up
it
the
worse for
ladder,
everyone else.
something terrible, something fierce.
Honestly, between a shattered ankle, with sprained ankle and having rolled in that salt, I think I'll take the ankle.
I think if you try to aim for this salt pile, it's not so bad. Roll out of the way. So.
I look at Ray. I'm like, you're next. Like,
I suggest skipping the ladder entirely.
You might as well just jump. Fine.
Yeah, just jump for it.
Plan.
Man, I have a great idea for a new alchemical. Here, you want to push the button so I'm not responsible for you breaking your ankle? But seriously, we're gonna like Big Hero 6 style, throw it on the ground and it creates like a poof of like
Oh,
foam.
like the Final Fantasy VII Spirits Within
Hey,
foam.
buddy.
Yeah.
That wasn't so
Aha,
bad.
you broke your own ankle. I didn't
Ow.
do it.
So she shoots for the salt, but unfortunately, as he was moving, edit. Edlund,
Just a pile of used syringes under the salt.
not quite used syringes, but he has shifted the salt to the point where he shows that it was in fact covering up some flotsam and jetsam, which you land on, and you take the tier 1 damage of sprained ankle as it catches in this stuff. You scraped up on your back, but the main damage is, your ankle is hurting. You're gonna be doing a little hop along for a little bit. And now the pile of salt is also not super safe, Hrodebert. The pile of salt has been disturbed to the point where it is now some salt surrounding some scrap wood and metal.
He's Hrodebert. I don't. He does worse to himself recreationally.
I got a.
All right.
All right, man. I've got an idea. And I hit myself. I should have thought about this earlier. Is there a? I look around. Is there any place I could connect like a rope on?
Yeah, there's plenty of places. There's pipes all over the roof.
Okay. I think, oh, I should have done this. I take out my manacle and chain, and I wrap it around, and I put the manacle together so that it holds, and I'm gonna do a finesse, trying to like just slide down.
You just want to slide down a rope using the manacle and chain to.
Like I'm sliding down the chain.
Okay, you're just gonna slide down the chain.
Yeah. Like
all right. So if you fasten it up there, I'm gonna say that it's expended for the.
Yes. Yeah, I've lost that manacle and chain for this run.
Go ahead. It'll be just a risky standard roll for you.
Okay.
You fasten it on, and it pulls the pipe straight out of it as soon as you put your whole weight onto it.
This
and
warehouse should be condemned.
it just and you fall square on your back, and the pipe falls square on your face. Well, not on your face, just across you. Now,
I'm not worried about
I want to make sure that, and I will say that if any of you want to go backtrack and resist any of the damage that you take.
Yeah, I want to use my armor to I want to. I realize I'm falling. I'm gonna talk, and I'm in my armor. I've set my armor before this, and I kind of talk and land on it.
Okay. So your armor takes the blow. Your armor, please check an armor box. And
how does armor work? It's been a while.
So armor, so the weird thing about armor is you can be like, no, I was wearing it, and have it affect your load.
You can do that with all your load stuff.
Exactly. But with armor, basically, you can say, I ignore that damage, and you can do that once for regular armor, twice for heavy armor, in the standard. Heavy armor costs like 6 load, 5 load, something like that.
It is 5 load, yeah.
And regular armor costs 3.
Regular armor costs 2.
Looks like I was wearing my heavy coat and gashed up my coat, but I'm okay.
Absolutely, yeah. Armor is literal plot armor. Now, if you do say I have armor on at the beginning of a score, I'll incorporate it into like things that would make sense in combat, or out of combat. Both with like people are looking at you weird, people are like, oh man, this guy isn't, in trouble. It could be trouble, and also
just wearing
you're going to be at a heightened level.
It's not proper armor so much as it is a big, thick coat that you use when
I get you.
Building and mixing dangerous chemicals.
Absolutely, just like a big broad cloak with maybe like a like a leather inlay or something like that.
It's leather and it's stained and it smells, but it's
and it took the brunt of where you're at, Absolutely. So
Alright, so there you go.
you did not get harmed.
I have load to spare, so I'm good.
And you guys are all now on street level. Do you just want to try and get to the cart and skedaddle?
Absolutely.
Yep, let's play it real cool.
Play it real cool. All right.
Rhea, does Rhea? Do you want me to pick you up and carry you to the cart? Because you got the sprained ankle.
It'll be conspicuous, but
I mean, I can probably just get to the cart as
Okay.
quickly as I can.
Okay.
now,
Yeah.
admittedly, also you haven't deployed any kit yet, so you've got a ton of stuff that you could
Hey,
spend
you could say
armor on.
I was wearing armor. You know,
Yeah, I was wearing so much armor.
so much.
You have your favorite reinforced boots with the
Yeah.
ankle bracing.
Yeah.
I mean,
So just
sure.
just check the
Yeah,
two, I guess, boxes
yeah.
in
She's
your
got.
load for armor, and then check an armor box.
She's still
And
got plenty of armor.
absolutely, sounds good. Very good. All right, so none of you actually took any damage, but wow, it would have been terrible if you had.
Yeah.
And
If we'd come unprepared for a meeting with a bunch of cutthroat martial people, that would have been real bad.
Hey,
so
don't bite me.
yeah, you guys skulk along, making it back to your cart. There's a lot of mayhem, in the area. The turncloaks did not get a good look at most of you, but they did see Hrodebert. They did see Edland. Those happen to be the only two that any of the turncloaks have ever dealt with before tonight. So maybe they are putting two and two together about this meeting. Now, they don't 100% necessarily know everything about what was going on, but that roll right there, that fortune roll, they're going to remember your faces, or at least the people that were involved. You make it back to your cart, though. You head out. The Salt Gate is engaged in fray in the area that you're with. There's a fracas going on, I should say. But trade continues on. Carts are going in and out of the Salt Gate. They're not like putting the place on lockdown, and you guys head back with minor other incidents. Once you get back to your place, um, you're going back to the Seep, I would imagine.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Once you get back to your place, uh, you have what's her name? Miza is there with a couple of other turncloaks, and she says, we'll take those weapons now.
Take the merchandise.
We'll take the merchandise now." They do pay you for the merchandise. She takes I believe the terms you came to were
It was
six coin
Six.
for
Yeah,
5,
six. Yeah.
but for the
it
future,
was
Or I thought it was
6
six
for
for
4.
6 for 4.
six coin for 4. Yes, 6 coin for 4. All right, so you guys are down to 5 of those knives now. You get paid out 6 coins. And you head up to nurse your bruised egos and your bruised bums.
I'm gonna go darn my coat.
And let's get into the aftermath, and we will do entanglements before the next one so that Siege can be involved just up front there. So like let's roll up everything else. Got you guys never fail to make it interesting. That's for
That
sure.
can be rephrased as you guys always fail. Just period. Fail.
Oh man, yeah,
I,
a little delivery, triple fail. Ooh. Good times.
It makes things interesting. It makes things interesting to have to
I have no
to deal
complaint.
with,
No notes.
so
Actually,
6 coins, 4
note
people.
to self. Stopper bottles more carefully.
So 6 coins, 4 people. Let's like give a coin each, and then like 2 in the bank, maybe.
However you guys want to deal them up.
How does that sound?
Like that.
All right, 2 rep per score by default. Target of the score is higher tier than you. They are. They when about the same time that you guys moved up to tier 2, the Turncloaks have moved up to tier 3 in the world. I don't think I put it on the rep sheet yet, but yes, they are higher tier than you. So 3 rep. Yep, 3 rep. That I will put in as soon as I can find the tab I just had open.
Yeah, if you want to stash one of the coins you've got on hand, you'll have completed your first row.
Oh, start living that high life.
I know, you won't die in the gutter. Yeah. Look at that. Row is done.
All right, so 3 rep. You guys are now sitting on 7 for reputation. And let's get to. Did anyone already add coin to the crew?
I have
No,
not.
I haven't added coin to the crew.
Nope, we'll let you do
All
that.
right, so
And
I
I gave
will
one to
do
CJ.
it. I am adding 1, and then 1 is going into the vault. Okay. Bosses. Heat. Guys, you're getting 4 heat, and you should be thankful you're not getting 6.
Can't really argue that.
Nobody died though.
I can't, like I want to argue against it, but I can't think of it. I can't think of anything. Like, yeah, just gotta take it. Gotta take it on the chin.
All right. Level wanted level incarceration. No, don't worry about that. We're not doing entanglements right now. All right. Let's talk experience. Okay.
Yeah, you do them first. I'll go last.
First, the crew. Acquire a product supply, execute clandestine or covert sales, or secure new territory.
I would say 2 at least, because we did well. I guess not require product supply. I mean, would being able to go into territory be considered that though?
Secure new sales territories. I don't think that's the same as new actual territory. My biggest quandary here is covert or clandestine sales. However,
The sale was clandestine.
I would say the same. I would say that rules as written, the sale itself is still safe in the hearts of men as secrets.
Yeah.
1 point at least. Securing new territory. I'm gonna give you guys 1. You guys were banned from like one of your only neighboring districts, and you had been since the first session. Now you guys can move through and operate inside of it. I'll say that is worth an experience. Contend with challenges above your current station. No, not really.
Okay.
I mean, you just kept failing at mid-tier challenge.
They weren't even hard things to do, and I whiffed every one of them. But
I will say this because of the amount of desperate actions that you guys did.
pretty much all of them except
pretty
Going
much.
down the stairs.
And because
Stairs, I mean the wall.
uh because so just as in D&D, you get experience by overcoming the challenge, not just by killing people, right? Because you effectively kept the higher tier challenge away from you, which was the turncloaks showing up. I will give you 1 point of experience for this category. That gets you crew advancement, folks.
Who is so advanced?
So, are you guys looking to spend 2 boxes or get an ability? That's the real question.
I think, because we talked about this last time, I think we should get the good stuff. Because that means the merchandise is exquisite, the product quality is equal to your tier +2. That's huge. When you deal with a crew or faction, the GM will tell you who among them is hooked on your product. One, few, many, or all. That is money. Like, that is a lot extra money to get when we sell things. And I think that's worth it. Like last time we picked secure
your
and
go-kart?
carriage. Yeah. Last time we
Yeah.
got secure and carriage, and like yeah, we can get quality, we can get training, we can get mastery, but I just think that because we are selling things, the good stuff is that is a logical purchase. But hey, if you have a better argument for something, I'm totally down.
No, it works for me. I'm fine. Good.
Good stuff it is.
Good.
Okay. Let's see. Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one. Well, you guys sort of have this reputation already, but it is bolstered. You guys are,
Loose cannon maniacs.
yeah, basically, like the overall
we cause
public,
trouble.
the overall public that knows about the gang scene knows that you guys blow shit up and freaking skedaddle. Yep. I'm gonna give you 2 points. You didn't do any arcane stuff, but man, did you blow a lot of stuff up? Man, did you wreck a table? Which is, I'm gonna say wrecking tables is part of your crew's current reputation. No tables
Table
unturned.
wrecker.
I don't think we've gone a session without Faye breaking a table. I legitimately don't think we've gone a single session without Faye breaking a table. And
I hate him. I fucking hate him.
express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew.
We did sell stuff we got from a demon.
Absolutely.
I would say that is marks to the essential nature of the crew.
We had a little powwow, and I disagreed with I disagreed. Would that be conflict? I thought.
You disagreed with. Remind me.
Betraying the turning over the other faction.
Yeah, betraying.
Oh, I was there.
And they all shot me down.
I think that
And
was. It wasn't too much conflict. I think if you had pushed the issue,
okay,
it would have been a strong point. But
Okay.
you kind of immediately backed off. I do remember that interaction.
okay, yeah, okay.
In fact, you were like, "Yeah, I didn't think about
I was like, what the hell?
CrossFit, yeah. Well,
So yeah, no.
Okay.
One experience, 1 point. Taskmaster says 1 point. Again, all right. No, you still got a lot of experience. I think you got like 6.
yeah, 6. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was
6.
tremendous. Yeah.
So
And only all that heat.
and only all that heat. Absolutely. All right. So that's the crew done with. Let's do really quickly with who's left. Our little in-house. What I like about you. Where you guys pump each other up on favorite moments. let's apply them only to people who are here still, please. And
I'm gonna go with just straight fucking up the universe on accident. The only triple fail.
The first triple fail. Yeah, I'm waiting for that quadra fail. That's gonna be beautiful. That's gonna be the Oh no!
please turn to the ghost page.
Yeah.
And
Still
yeah,
working on your sheet.
with Flinch, I love
Yeah.
that.
You doomed the city.
I love that the falling out of the window, and then going to the one. Like I only have one choice. There's only one choice that I can make in this moment, and guess what?
Drift oil.
Drift oil, baby.
He went straight for. There's no choice, he said, ignoring all the other non-drift oil choices.
yeah, all the other logical, decisions that he can make. I think that'd be insight. Yeah, I think that would be insight.
I think it was finesse that he tried to do drift oil with.
It was an attempt at finesse. I'm
Okay.
gonna give myself a prowess.
And what would I be?
And yours was you were trying to consort.
That's right. Yeah, resolve. Yeah.
It just. I haven't watched back any of the clips. I am going to watch that. Man. It was fantastic. It was sublime. Freaking there's not much that I don't plan for. I like to think, or at least have a rough plan. I had to I had to move on my feet for that one.
No, really good. I thought it was great. It made sense. Totally.
Rhea, who was is Sherry still up and able?
Who is still present?
Favorite moment, yeah.
The person who's still present was
only because they can't reciprocate out to the group if they're not here.
For the fact that he thought about what he wanted his character to do instead of just what would necessarily make everything work best.
In
throwing the bottle. Yeah, that was a good one too. Yeah.
Wreck it! I'm gonna wreck it.
Wreck it! I'm gonna wreck it.
Another attempted prowess.
Absolutely. All right, for it, guys. Let's get personal experience underway, and we can tinker into some downtime. Okay, from top to bottom on my screen, Flinch, I've got you first alphabetically. Did you all? I hope you all were marking your predictions. Did you mark them as you went, or?
No, I have not yet.
All right, go ahead and mark them out in the appropriate spots. I don't remember.
They were both finesse related.
All right. Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Prowess,
It was a finesse and a prow. So they were both prowess.
Outstanding. Addressing a challenge with technical skill or mayhem, and we can underline mayhem for this. I would definitely say 2 points of experience, well earned.
To that end, I think that ends my prowess. I'm gonna dump it into wreck, just so I'm slightly better at playing the map bomber.
Expressing your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I would say that you there were a couple times where you're like, this is not a thing I would touch. I'm not going to touch this. Even though I'm trying to remember, like you were upset about I think you didn't indulge in the eel, maybe, or I know you were upset about the eels.
No, I was the biggest thing was just I was unwilling to do what was more efficacious with the door, just because I'm like thought of accidentally gluing something myself was
yes. I would agree. So I think a point there is justified. Struggled with issues from your vice or traumas during the session?
Not so much. I mean, I chose not to do anything that would imperil myself physically, but I think that's kind of covered by the first one. So.
You know what? I would even say though, when you guys, when you worked on helping Hrodebert recover, I would say that was more of a background thing, and the not wanting to do stuff would be more
Yeah.
of a trauma thing. So I
Including
think one experience in each category would be warranted.
refusing to shake hands with a dangerous person because
Yeah.
So yeah, I do think a point in each category is warranted. Yeah, I would go for it.
Okay. So that's it for me.
Yes, sir. Let down the line. I got Hrodebert up next. Let's see where we're at. Did you mark your desperates as you went?
Ooh, no,
The experience that could have been.
God. What did I make though? I remember. I know I made one desperate action. It was
I believe blowing through the back wall was a desperate action, and that was wreck. So
okay.
prowess.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Okay.
Addressing a challenge with violence or coercion, not blowing through the back wall,
Nope.
was certainly violence. I believe there was some coercion in there as well. Yeah, 2. Beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
I got poisoned potentially by Dio's servant, seemingly. So
It's not you expressing anything. That's
I
something
just,
happening.
I'm just trying to make an argument.
I get you. I get you. But one, you are supposing that's what happened, and
Yeah.
2,
Yes.
that is not something you did.
Okay.
That is something that happened to you. I would be hard pressed for that category. Struggling with issues for your vice or traumas during this session. Oh, I can say that you acted the part of unstable flawlessly. Mr. President, just slamming straight through a wall, not even trying for the window,
Uh-huh.
explicitly avoiding the window.
Yes.
I want to go through the wall.
Yes.
Yeah, that could have ended really badly. I would give you a point
A concussion
there.
and laying on the ground.
A
That's a
dead
level.
rusvet with a broken neck.
That's a level, baby. So I'm gonna pick Battleborn. All right.
German suplexed our crew contact off a roof. Battleborn. Spend special armor to reduce harm from yeah, that's dope.
And free push. Free push.
But if you expand your special armor, yep. So now you have basically, if you're wearing heavy armor, you're gonna have 3 armor ticks because you'll have the 2 regular ones, and then your special armor
Yes.
will be on top of it. So yeah, there it is. Or you can push yourself for free by like taking off your training weights or whatever you're going to be doing. Again, yep. There's you, Rhea.
Hey.
Let's take a look. Did you take any desperate actions? I don't.
She took 1.
Yes, she did. It was to try and calm Ruspit down, I believe.
Yep.
Correct?
Okay, when do you
Or
want that
just
one?
talk to him.
Oh wait, no, that one goes in where it goes. So that one finishes off your resolve
One
check.
will go to resolve. Yes.
What do you want? A dot in.
I would like to get a dot and to improve my sway even more.
Maximum currently allowable sway.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
All right. Addressing a challenge with deception or influence. I would say influence was
I
addressed a couple
best to
times.
use my influence.
You did work to negotiate a better deal, and you also did work to try and get Rusfit to try and give you some information. So I would say 2 experience is well warranted there.
Where do you want those 2? Then you want to go back and resolve?
Yeah.
Okay. Plowing
Don't
them in
forget,
the
you can also put them in playbook if you want to get skills.
And prowess would be a level up.
Oh, he'll be done
Just-
in just
just
a
a
second.
second.
Like literally, we just.
Yeah, we
Alright.
are just wrapping.
Alright.
Struggling or expressing your beliefs drives heritage or background. I don't
That's
really
true.
know
You
that
could
that came
polish
up.
off your prowess with that. Do you want a prowess
Sounds
dot?
good.
Okay. What do you want your dot and prowess to go into? Finesse, prowess, skirmisher, Rick?
Let's do another prowl.
Ooh, sneaky.
Sneaking.
Okay.
Expressing beliefs drives heritage or background.
I don't really feel like I had a chance to do that this time, but I did enjoy the time anyway.
Yeah, she didn't. Not as much opportunity to shine through.
Struggle with issues from your vice or traumas during the session.
No. No.
What is Ray's vice?
What? Yeah. What is your
I
vice?
believe it is gambling.
My vice is.
I think it was
What?
gambling.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. It's gambling. She's a gambler.
Didn't come up this time.
Didn't come up. Didn't come up. But you did get, a few experience. And you got 2 new skill points, so
Yeah.
it's nice.
Huge.
All right. I think we will just roll because it sounds like
Yeah.
you are desired. I think we'll just roll downtimes, for you guys at least at the beginning of
Yeah,
next
he's like,
session.
Jason, go, yeah.
So I'll sign off so I can go through dead once.
Guys, it was great.
Catch
Talk to you
you
later.
on the flip side.
Take
See
your
you shortly.
Hey,
Thanks.
Remy, yeah. Hey, have a good one. It was great. Thank you. Yeah, I was gonna say, hey, we can do mine. I'm
Yeah,
not going
that's
more.
what I'm saying. I was just saying goodbye to them.
Yeah.
Let us get these downtimes rolling. So, what downtimes would you like to do?
I want to de-stress. Time to send some money home, and yeah. Oof.
All right. Yep. So
1d6, I believe.
it is 1d6. It is your weakest quality that you roll. So it's a 1d6. If you ever get everything to 2 dice, then you will be able to roll 2 dice distress with it.
Kind of working on
And
that.
yeah, you
Slowly
straight
working
up relieve 2 stress. 2 stress.
Okay.
You get what you.
Next, I will let's fill the clock with Amanda some more. I'm going and sword roll. Join us as our spy. Okay. Right, so here we go. 3, 4.
That is 2 that you filled for 4 to 5. So
Okay.
you
Oh,
filled
one
2
more.
of your
And here's where it's like, here's where I'm like, okay, I want to spend a coin to get one more roll, and it's like, do I fill the clock or do I remove this stress?
You can keep spending coin all you want to.
You're right. You're absolutely. You know what? I'm gonna de-stress again. So 1d roll 1d6, and that's a 2. So that's fantastic. Great. Okay, 4 is I can live with that, and then my last coin, I will fill this clock with and sword again. Roll 2d6, baby, and 2, 4.
Yep, 2 points. So that's got Amanda is filled.
Boom.
And she is, I believe you wanted her as an expert.
Yes. Or I thought it was cohort. Or cohort expert. Yeah. Expert as a spy.
Yep.
A high society
Okay.
spy.
High society spy. All right. Yeah, you now have Amanda is a cohort. She's usable. She is able to do things, operate on or outside of scores, take actions, help with actions, etc. She is a full cohort. Same as Strayer.
Alrighty. Fantastic. It was a good session. I'm excited for the next one.
It was very interesting.
It was a very good session. Yeah,
We had a good time. Really had a tone setter at the beginning there of like, well, okay.
I didn't see that coming. I had three rolls. All right, hey,
There
have a
you
good
go.
one.